Good evening, everyone. How you feeling tonight? I feel pretty good. I had the day off today. I didn't really do that much. I went shopping, but once I was done shopping, I kind of just hung out around the house by myself. It's getting very hot in Osaka right now, so I kind of spent most of the day without wearing without wearing many clothes. But the big thing I've been thinking about all day is Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, because that movie is 30 years old. Yes, it is. 30 years ago, we got a third Indiana Jones movie, and that was the end of the trilogy, and that series has never been revisited in any meaningful way. Anyway, I remember that movie very clearly because I really, like, from the start, I loved it. Like, I loved it so much when I saw it. Because, much like Star Wars, which I mentioned a few videos ago, I watched the first film a lot, like on TV, on tape. Like, it was very much a movie I watched at home. And even though there was a second Indiana Jones movie, when that came out, there was such weird vibes around it. Like, everyone I knew who saw it said it was very scary and very disgusting, and like it had this immediate reputation of being like gross and kind of bad. So for me as a kid, I was like, I don't want to watch that. I'm not going to watch that. And I don't think I saw it. So I didn't even want to go see it in theaters. And I probably saw it on TV at some point as a kid. And I was like, this is gross. I don't like this one. And it's funny, when you grow up and you watch that movie again, it's gross for different reasons. It's like, it's gross because it's super racist, but it's also like disgusting, like physically as well, for no real reason. I don't know. Um, Someone pointed out that movie was made during a divorce, and apparently that may have influenced the direction. But the third movie I saw in theaters as a preteen, and I loved it so much. And one of the reasons was, as mentioned, of course, Star Wars and Indiana Jones were both movies I watched a lot on TV a lot. But I also watch a lot of James Bond movies. I think probably from my dad. My dad was definitely into them, and my dad was definitely into Sean Connery. He thought Sean Connery was great, so I watched a lot of those movies with Harrison Ford and Sean Connery. So this idea that they would be in a movie together was really appealing to me, and I wouldn't find out till years later that apparently, when Lucas and Spielberg talked about making Indiana Jones, they talked about making a James Bond type character. So when it came time to cast someone as his father, it's like, well, let's just get the guy who played James Bond. That's perfect. Even though if you look it up, Harrison Ford and Sean Connery aren't that far apart. Like maybe 10 years apart. Like they're not that much older. I mean, obviously makeup and balding stuff. Like Sean Connery looked a lot older and he had a much longer career, but they're pretty close. Like I would wager he was probably closer to Sean Connery than he was the age of his love interest in that movie. Oh, what a poor woman. Her last name was Duty. I guess she was doomed. But in any case, I really loved that movie when I saw it in theaters, and it was one of those rare movies that I saw twice opening weekend. I went on a school trip, like a school funded trip, to the movie theater. So I was I went on a school bus to go see it. And then when I came home, I told my parents, my family, how much I loved it, and I think me being so excited about it convinced them to go see it again that weekend. They're like, you want to see it again? I was like, yes, 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 I want to see it again. So I went to see it again, and I loved it. And it's funny, it's kind of quaint now when you look back at it, because, and I've mentioned this before, but the whole point of that movie is that the Nazis are like goofy and dumb. Like, obviously the Nazis were in the first movie, and because of the time period, it makes sense for the Nazis to be there, and we all know the Nazis are evil. But the kind of the running joke of Indiana Jones is the fact that the Nazis are really ridiculous, and we all kind of agree how just dumb and stupid they are, and how he kills them like I guess nothing. He kills like three of them with one gun, with one bullet. Like it's all played for laughs. And wow, today's not so funny. Sorry, not everything's funny. But yeah, I really love that movie. I should probably watch it again this weekend if I have time. I don't have time. Maybe you have time. Good night, everybody. I love you.